Okay, welcome back to Unreal Engine ND. So today we are going to get the character health bar. This is going to be a quick one. So let's go ahead and knock this out. We're going to the Wukong character. We are going to create a new folder. We're going to call this HUD. Inside HUD, what we need to do is user interface. Right click, user interface, widget blueprint, and user widget, and we're going to call this let's call this Wukong Health Bar. And we'll go ahead and open that up. And what we are going to need is a progress bar. Take that progress bar, put it right underneath there. And what we're going to do is we're just going to create a progress bar. Then I'm going to create an overlay so we can add multiple widgets on top of the overlay. And on the progress bar, what we want to do is we go to custom to see what it's going to look like. Let's do 430. And inside here on the right, if you choose progress bar, let's go ahead and rename this to Wukong Health Bar. And under tint, I believe we can do black. And then alpha, we'll do 0.5. And then under percent, let's just do 0.5. So progress percent, and then fill color and opacity. We just want that to be red. So now it looks like that. So go ahead and compile, save. With Wukong Health Bar selected, we need to go to the percent. You see where it says binding? We need to create a binding. Go ahead and drag that out. And what we are going to need, we're going to need two variables. We're going to need a health percent, that is going to be a float. We're going to need another variable, and we're going to call this Wukong character. Yeah, that'll be good. And then you want to change that and change it to the Wukong character. Make sure it's Wukong character BP. Make sure it's the blueprint one, and you want to do an object reference. Then what we need to is take that, drag out Wukong character. We need to get it. For some reason, we need to check to make sure it's valid. Now, if we do is valid, the is valid with the little question mark. Some of you might know. There we go. Is valid. Right there. For some reason, that wasn't showing up for me. And what you would want to do is go ahead and plug that into the execute and plug this into there. For some reason, the is valid was not showing up. So let me show you a different way in case that happens. You want to drag this off and do is valid, and that is valid. If that question mark doesn't show up, you can do is valid. For some reason it wasn't showing up for me the other day. You want to hold down B, click left click, and you get a branch, and then plug that in right there. That basically does the same thing. And that right there will check to make sure it's valid. It basically does the same thing as a little question mark is node. However you want to do it. I just wanted to show people this way as well, just in case it doesn't show for you like it did for me the other day. Now, if it's not valid, what we need to do is we need to get player. You can do like a get pawn, player pawn, or you can do get player character, and then come out here and you want to cast to Wukong character blueprint. Make sure it's the blueprint. Take the false, plug that in there. And then from there, what we need to do is we need to set Wukong. So take Wukong character reference. You need to set that. Then what you need to do is drag off of here and get the health. As you can see here, combat, get health, that's what we have in the C++. And you want to do max health, and get the max health. You want to take the health and divide it by the max health. And then that right there, you want to health percent. You want to set that. So then you can set it, and it looks like that. Okay. And it'll look like that. Then what you want to do is you want to take this and then plug that into the return. Now a return value needs a return value. What are we returning? We're returning the health percent. So drag that over and do a get, plug that in there. So if it is true, what we basically need to do is do the same thing we did here. So if it is true, we do Wukong character. We want to get that. And then you want to do health. Get health. Then you want to get max health. Max health. Get max health. And you just want to divide it. And plug that in there. Health percent, you want to set the health percent. Drag this down where it says true, you want to drag that in there. Then you want to drag that right over there. So that's basically all you need. Compile, save. So what we did was Wukong character is valid. If it's false, then we cast to the Wukong character blueprint, we set the character reference, and we get the health, max health, divide that, get the health percent, plug that into the return node. The return value is the health percent gets. And then if it is true, what we do is a Wukong character, no need to cast, then get the health, the max health, and you divide it, and you get the health percent, and you plug it in the return node. Return value does to get health percent. So that's all set. So let's go ahead and create user interface widget blueprint. Click on user widget up there, and you want to call this Wukong overlay. That is a Wukong overlay. Click compile, save. Wukong overlay. You want to open up a Wukong overlay. And what we need an overlay because we're going to overlay the health bar. Overlay. What that does allows widgets to be stacked on top of each other. Okay, that's great. And then we do canvas panel. Canvas panel is designed for friendly panel. Designer friendly panel that allows widgets to be laid out at arbitrary locations. That's what we're going to be doing. So what you need to do is overlay canvas panel. We'll just go ahead and make it big, go all over. And there's a lot of tutorials for user interfaces. You can follow any of those, and the way that you get the health from the C++ variable that we set, that's all you need to do right here. Is you can follow any tutorial on YouTube and do all this right here. Just make sure you do the Wukong character and you can grab it and get whatever you need. I'm just showing you this real quick so we can get it up and running. Now what we need to do is type in Wukong. There is your widget. So let's grab the widget and plop it right on top of the canvas. We select a Wukong health bar widget, and we'll come over here and make it 400 by 30. And then we'll just take this, make it look like that. And then what we need to do is we need to come over here, open up Wukong character. There's the blueprint. You have an event begin play. If you have other things in here, you just hold down S, get a sequence, and you can add whatever pins you need. But what I'm going to do is come over here and do create widget. And what widget we want to create? We want to create the Wukong overlay. Make sure it's the overlay, not the health bar. If you have other things in the begin play, just use the sequence and plug it in. And then what we need to do is add to viewport. Yeah, add to viewport. And then return value, plug that in, compile, save. Then you can just jump into the map. And there you go, your health bar shows up. Now let's run over here and get smacked by Chimera. Bam, we got smacked. And the health bar went down. And we got smacked again. So it's all working. That's all I have. Bye for now.